You get the instruction manual, 16 penguins in 4 different colors, 60 ice flow tiles, which come with 30 1-fish tiles, 20 2-fish tiles, and 10 3-fish tiles. To set up Hey That's My Fish, you will take your ice flow tiles face down with the water showing up and shuffle them. You will then make roughly 8 rows, alternating between 7 and 8 tiles each row. So for the first row, we'll start with 7. Okay. Then the next row, you will offset it by 1 tile and do 8 tiles. Okay, and then again, next row, same thing, offset it by 1, doing 7 tiles.
You'll continue building rows alternating between 7 and 8 in a row until you have reached 8 rows down.
Okay. Now that will be the board we are going to play on. Okay, in a 2-player game, each player gets 4 penguins in their color. I'll be green, Jen will be yellow. For a 3-player game, each player will get 3 penguins of their color. And if it were a 4-player game, they would get 2 penguins of their color. So now, once everybody has selected the colored penguin they want to use and the board is set up, the players will start with the youngest, placing 1 penguin on one section of the board. Then the next player will go and place his penguin. And it'll go back and forth like this until all the penguins are on the board. Okay, so now everybody has their penguins on the board. The object of Hey That's My Fish is to collect as many fish tokens as you can at the end of the game. So to do this, players will take turns moving their penguins one at a time from one tile to another tile. So for instance, the yellow player will move from this 3-fish tile in a straight line to this 2-fish tile. They will then take the tile they started from and place it face down in a pile near them. Then it'll be the other player's turn. So let's say this green penguin here will move from this 2-fish tile over to this 1-fish tile. I'll take that tile they started off with and put it in their pile. Now, there are a couple exceptions to movement. You cannot move over a penguin. Okay. A penguin can also not move over an empty space. On your turn, you must move your penguin. But say we got into a situation like this where green penguin moved from here to here. He took this white tile and it's yellow's turn. And she wanted to move this yellow penguin. But she can't. She can't move over the green penguin and she can't move over an empty space. So she's pretty much stuck there. So she'll move another one of her penguins. Okay. So then comes back to the green penguin and he decides to move it here. He takes this tile here and now the yellow penguin is isolated. She cannot move her penguin. She's surrounded by empty space. In that case, the player will take their penguin from the board, take the tile that they were on and place it in their pile near them to count up at the end of the game. Once the penguins, all your penguins have been removed and they cannot move anymore, those penguins will be removed from the game. The tiles they were on will be placed in your pile to be counted up. And any tiles that were isolated, from the rest of the ice flow will be taken off the board and removed from the game. Each player will then count up how many points they have worth of fish, and the player with the most fish wins the game. Okay, so the rules say the youngest player goes first, I'll let Jen do that. Okay, so we'll start with this guy here. She's going to move him to here. And she'll take the 3 fish tile, place it face down in her pile over here. Okay, comes over to me. Now, I will try and get as many fish tiles as I can. So, I'm going to start there. And ideally what I would like to do is trap Jen here so she can only get the 1 fish. Let's see if I can do it. Goes over to Jen. Then move from there to there. She's also wants just numbers, you know, she just wants the most fish she can get. Okay. I do not like this tile type games because you move the tiles all over the place. Okay, so back to me. I'm going to go from here to here. Over to Jen. She's going to go from here to there. Alright. Back to me. I'm going to come down in here. Over to Jen. It's going to go like that. And I put that last one in the wrong spot. 2. 2 or 3? It was 2. Alright, yeah, okay. So it comes back to me. Yeah, I'm just gonna continue to chip away at Jen here. I'll eat later. Once Jen sees what I'm doing, and she thinks she has a little bit more time before I cut her off, so she's just going to try and get those fish tiles. Comes back to me. I'm just going to move 1 over. Okay. Over to Jen. Back to me. Okay. Over to Jen. Okay. Okay. Back to Jen. Yeah, she'll go down here. Okay, over to me. Okay. Back to Jen. She sees what I'm doing here, but she's kind of stuck. Okay. Over to me. Okay. So now she knows I pretty much isolated these 2. So she's just going to let them hang loose for a little bit. And she's going to come over here. Over to me. And I am going to isolate her. Okay. Over to Jen. Back to me. Okay. Goes back to Jen. Over to me, and I kind of screwed myself there. Yeah. Okay. I kind of got him trapped on there. So, goes back to Jen. Okay. Over to me. Back to Jen. And I'm gonna... She pretty much trapped me there, so... I might as well try and get the most out of it as I can. And... now she has trapped me there. Okay. And then over to Jen again. She'll come down here. Because these two should be connected. Okay. So this guy's stuck. I'm going to leave him there till the end of the game. And then we'll take him off. And the tile he's on. Move him up. Jen's going to come over here. Start chipping away at this ice flow here. Okay, and then this guy is going to come down here. Eventually he's going to get stuck there, but it's okay. Jen goes up. I'll go here. Jen will come up here. This guy will come up here. Jen will come up here. And then these two are done. This guy will finish off his final movement. So these two are done and these two are done. Like I said at the end of the game, I'll take them off and throw the chips in the piles. So it's over to Jen again. Back to me. Jen's turn again. And then I'll come back down here. Jen will move on over. And I'll move one over. And Jen will finally move this guy over. So Jen's done. All four of her penguins are stuck on their icebergs there. So this guy will move here. This guy will move down here. And then this guy will move over here. And that's the end of the game. I'll remove these two from the game. Jen's penguins will come off. And she will collect these. Okay, and then I'll take all my penguins off, add them to my pile, and then we'll start counting. So Jen has 5, 10, 20, 30, 45, 48, 49, 50, and I have 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 47, 48. So Gen 1, 50 to 48. That was, hey, that's my fish. Thanks for watching. Okay, today we did, hey, that's my fish. It's a quick little filler game, you know, easy strategy game to start people off in the hobby. You know, it's good for non-gamers, children. You know, it's just a quick little strategy game. It's you know, got the cute little penguins. Cute little penguins. No, I'm not saying that. You know, it's got the little penguins on it. It's the reason I bought it. My sister loves penguins, so I figured a game with penguins in it she'll like to play. There's really not much to say to it. 20-minute game at the most, you know, depending on how many players. It is a game Fantasy Flight made, and it is probably the easiest rule set by Fantasy Flight I have ever read. So that is a plus. Yeah. Fantasy Flight's horrible with the rule sets. The cons are, it's a simple game. Eventually, you'll grow out of it. And I knew that buying it. It's just, like I said, a quick little filler game for in between longer games, or just something to play with kids, or bring somebody who's never played a game of this type into the hobby. I don't like the tile thing. With all tile games, you just end up knocking them all over the place. It's not just this game. It's all pretty much all tile games, But it is what it is. So that was Hey, That's My Fish. If you're interested in it, check it out. Thanks for watching. See you next time.